Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and I hope you are all having a crazy awesome day. Today's video is something I have been completely dreading for the longest time, and that is doing the cheap art supply challenge. And basically, if you don't know what this challenge is, which I'm sure plenty of you know what it is since it's pretty popular on YouTube and it's been around for a pretty long time, but this challenge is where you go out to a dollar store or just wherever there is cheap art supplies, and you buy inexpensive art supplies, and you have to make a full piece utilizing those supplies only. And I chose to go to the Dollar Tree and Dollar General, so all of these supplies are very affordable and very inexpensive, and they are anywhere from like 50 cents to free to like $2. I think $2 is the most expensive one. So again, they're very cheap, very affordable. And basically, I am 100% a believer that you don't need the most expensive supplies to make completely gorgeous artwork. I do think that sometimes the more expensive supplies will make the process a lot like easier and quicker, and like less of a hassle to do. But you don't need the most expensive supplies to make completely wonderful art. And I am going to try to make something that does not look like complete trash. And I will show you the artwork I pre-drew right now. This is a picture I did on 11 by 14 mixed media paper. I decided that the hardest part of this challenge would be the paper situation, and printer paper will not hold up if I use it with watercolors or a lot of different mediums that I bought. So I decided to keep with the 11 by 14 paper. I hope you guys don't mind, but I really want to be able to keep this piece too if it turns out good, and the printer paper was not going to hold up. So this is 11 by 14 mixed media paper, and this is a mermaid I drew. And since it is mermaid and all, and I haven't really done like any mermaids, I decided that I was going to do a mermaid for this challenge. And then the supplies that I got, I will push this to the side. I got a bunch of different supplies from the dollar store and Dollar Tree, and the first thing I got are these watercolor kind of cake sets, and I opened them up and tried to like pre-swatch them out, and oh my god, they are not pigmented like at all and it really sucks. And I also broke a bunch of them. They actually fell out of like their little plastic container, and this one got kind of messed up. But I got two of them from both of the different stores since I wasn't sure if one was going to be better than the other, and they're both pretty bad. The only colors that are pretty good in them are the blues, which is kind of good since it's a mermaid. But yeah, I got these supplies. This was about $1, this was $2. And then also from the Dollar Tree, I got these highlighters, and together they were $1. So they were each about 50 cents, and they're just like the random janky Dollar Tree brand. Oh my god, you guys, my freaking camera battery just died. So I'm going to try to pick off where I was. I talked about the watercolors and the highlighters. The next piece that I got, well, the next like medium I got for this challenge, these are Crayola color pencils. It's just the 12 set. These were $1, which was actually pretty cheap for Crayola because Crayola is actually not that bad. I've used them in pieces before. So these are 12 Crayola color pencils. And then as the last thing I got from the dollar store is this Sharpie, and it's a pretty thin tipped Sharpie, and I'm hoping that it's waterproof. I'm pretty sure Sharpies are, but I don't want it to run, and I'm going to try to ink my piece with this as well as with these 3 pens I found lying around my house, and these were all very, very cheap pens. I don't really know what brand they are. I think they're Papermate, but they were pretty cheap, and I'm going to line my artwork with the Sharpie, these pens, and then color it with these 3 things. And then I also grabbed these 4 color pencils just from around my house. They're all Crayola pencils, and I needed some type of pink. I really wanted to have a pink Crayola pencil, so I lined and I sketched in this color pencil, and then I'm going to use these and these to color the piece. So I hope you are all excited to see what I can do with these materials. Again, all of these were very inexpensive, and I think total they were probably under $5 or around $5. So yeah, I hope you are all ready to see what I do, and I am going to speed up this speed art and do a voiceover over it since I do have some stories to tell about what happened at the dollar store. So I love you all so much, and let's get into doing this art. Okay, so I just wanted to jump right into this voiceover and let you guys know that I did not tell all of the materials I ended up using in this piece at the beginning, and also I apologize for that longer intro. I am really bad at doing like live intros like that, so it usually takes me a little bit longer than if I was doing one with a voiceover. But as for the extra materials I used my water brush to paint with, since the brushes in the dollar store Watercolors were really bad and they were shedding and it was disgusting. I used the water brush that I normally use, I hope you guys don't mind, and then I completely forgot to get a material for highlights, so halfway through the artwork I went out to the dollar store again and I bought these 50-cent like white just craft paints. They were really cheap and they're very opaque, so they worked well for the highlights. But then I also used my Jelly Roll pen just for a couple small details, like the dots on like the manta rays and on her face and stuff like that. So again, I hope you guys don't mind, but again, all of those materials are very cheap, and if you want to see the full material list with the prices of the supplies I used, I will make sure to put that in the description down below. And this challenge was really fun, you guys. Like, I didn't expect to enjoy it so much. It definitely took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. I think part of that was because I picked such a large piece of paper to work on, but also when you're spending such like little money on art supplies, they don't layer very well. So I was going it over the piece over and over again to get the saturated colors that I want. For example, with the Crayola colored pencils, if I pressed really hard right from the beginning, I wouldn't be able to layer anymore because of how weird the wax is on those pencils, you know? So I had to really be careful when I was layering. And the watercolors were actually freaking washable, which doesn't really work. I mean, it was weird because I would place one layer down and then add another layer and then it would come up. So the watercolors were definitely hard. I think that was one of the hardest parts. But the colored pencils and the watercolors together I think made a pretty awesome piece. And fortunately, the ballpoint pens and the Sharpies were able to line the artwork pretty easily. I definitely recommend pretty much all of the materials I used. For such a cheap price, the quality though isn't archival and it won't last very long, I don't think. Like, this piece probably won't like stay at the quality that it's at for very long since it's done again with Crayola materials, but for what you're getting and the price, these materials were actually really good, and I don't think this artwork came out bad at all. Like, I'm pretty happy with it, and I'm glad I did it on the thicker paper so I can actually keep it and watch it like slowly fade and die because of the cheapness of the materials. But yeah, it didn't, I don't think it turned out bad, you guys, and I was scared to go into this, and I'm totally gonna do this again, maybe with printer paper next time or with more materials or less materials, I don't know, but it was just so fun, and I definitely recommend this to anyone who wants to do any type of art, because the expense of the materials should not hold you back to do your art, and you should just want to do art because you love doing art. And again, the price should not be able to hold you back or restrain you from really creating anything. And I learned that through this piece, and I will totally be using some of these supplies in the future. Maybe not for like commissions and like actual like acrylic and oil paintings, but when it comes to the mixed media art, if I need a quick highlight or a quick line, a Sharpie or even a Crayola colored pencil, anything like that would work fine. And I recommend all of these supplies again so much. Like, it was just, again, though it took longer, the end result was very similar to what I would have done if I had the Prismacolor pencils or the Winsor Newton watercolors. So again, I will have all those materials down below, and then I am also going to put all of my different social media links in the description box below. And if you have any comments about the piece or questions about the piece or questions for me in general, please leave them in the comment section and I will get to all of them. I reply to all the comments. And if you have any other challenge ideas or just video ideas in general, I would love to hear them and maybe attempt some of them. I have a small list of not only collaborations I want to get done, but also ideas that you guys have suggested for me to do, and I'm going to try to get all of them done. So if you have any ideas, please leave them down below. And I love you all so much. Thank you so much for all of your support as always, and I will see you all in a future video. Again, I don't know when it will be up. I almost always upload on Wednesdays and on the weekends, and I missed this Wednesday's video. I apologize, but next Wednesday there should be a video, and if not, I will keep you guys updated on Instagram. So again, I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in a future video. Bye guys. Oh my god, wait, and I almost forgot, but at the dollar store, my mom and I both went, and we had like probably like she got some things and I got the art supply, so our total was like $10 or something. And we went up to the cashier and our freaking card got declined, which is probably like the highlight of my entire existence, just getting a card declined at the Dollar Tree. Like, that was so funny and amazing and ironic. And also, I am sorry, but I had a couple bloopers from this piece to put into the video, and even a little bit of a vlog, almost, of like a vlog going to the Dollar Tree. But I actually don't know where that footage is, and I looked for probably 20 minutes to try to find it, and I don't know where it went. So I apologize, and if I ever find it, I'll probably post it separately since it's really funny. But yeah. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. It means so much to me, and I will see you all in a future video. I love you guys. Bye.